Hello and welcome back to Drink a Little Lead with Me, your music podcast dedicated to art songs. My name is Ita and this is the off-season episode. Today I am hosting duo Rija, Mezzo-soprano Sari and and guitarist Sonja Merz. Together they are bringing Lieder by Fanny Hensel and Johannes Brahms. So, welcome Sari, welcome Sonja.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you.
It's really cool to have a duo together in the podcast. It's the first time I do this. Yeah.
We are honored.
Yes, really happy to be here.
Because I saw you girls play already in Sonja's master recital. And you kept on posting many videos on Instagram. And yeah, I follow you and your projects. And I could really feel that you have some directions and connections with the repertoire that you're searching for. Mainly I see like German Lieder repertoire, and I know Sonja before from guitar master studying. You are quite connected to female composers. I remember you have this approach.
That is true, yes.
Yeah.
When I started with my masters, was in 2020, I was searching for a repertoire only written by women, which is a difficult thing to do as a guitarist. I only knew about Clara Schumann and Fanny Hensel, which definitely didn't compose for guitar. Mm-hmm. And then I started to dig deeper in the repertoire and I found some really nice pieces. And in this time I also found the Lieder from Fanny Hensel and I transcribed them for singing and playing them with Sari.
Mm-hmm. And how do you girls met each other?
We met at the music academy in the cafeterias. Now we knew each other before from studies. We both studied Schulmusik. And one afternoon Sonja came to me and asked, would you be interested in having a duo, doing some Fanny Hensel songs? And I thought, yes, amazing. I would love to try it out and to see where it goes. And after the first rehearsal, I thought, this is amazing. This works so well. Really, we had a really good connection. And yes, since then we have been practicing.
It's beautiful that you started a personal project and then you can extend it. And
that's it, yes. Mm-hmm. That was lucky. And we also were singing together in the Schulmusik choir.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For a project.
Yes.
And so it was a time I really wanted to connect more with singing.
Mm-hmm. So you sing very much, no? Sometimes I
do.
Yeah, I think I saw some short videos on Instagram that you also sing with on guitar or without guitar.
Yes, mm-hmm. I sing a lot. I'm not a professional like Sari, but I really like singing. Mm-hmm. And I also, when I studied Schulmusik, I had singing lessons and I always liked it very much. And I think as a guitarist, you're quite close to singing because the singer-songwriter aspect you get to know in your teenage years has always been with me. And I've always liked it, although I studied solo classical guitar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
it was also an aspect for me because I was like, as a teenager, I had some singing lessons for pop singing and also playing bit guitar. And I really love this combination, this intimate playing of really, guitar is so close to the voice and it's such an intimate atmosphere. It can really melt together. And that's also one reason I said, oh yes, I would love to try out some lead repertoire with guitar. Also because of art song is so close to the pop song.
Yeah.
And yes, that's why I thought, yes, this is a very good way to try out how we can manage to put together the pop singer-songwriter art and also the lead art. It's so close.
Yeah,
it should not be like two completely different worlds.
Yeah, at the end, it's a song.
Yeah, it's a song. Yes,
and
it's a song.
There in the lyric there is a story, and then as a musician, I think we try to tell the stories, no matter it's classical or pop.
That's
style. Yeah.
And I sometimes look at Lied as a pop song from a different century, especially the Brahms Volkslieder or the Fanny Hensel songs we did. They're pop songs. And that was also our approach to it. To see it as a piece which was played in a living room.
Yeah.
And
Totally. I also when I started this podcast, I thought Lieder, or art songs in general, it's such a beautiful music genre, and it should be much more accessible to anybody to listen to it. The idea was really to send this music from my room to your room or anybody's room. Yeah.
I think that works very well. Yes.
I was thinking it's very beautiful, like you like each other's instruments so much. Like you sing a lot and then you want to play guitar, and then at the end you do a duo together. Maybe you feel like you were two artists but like one united. That's probably also one of the most important things in chamber music, to really feel under the skin of the other. And
that's it. And coming back to that, you asked me about singing. I always, when I practice alone the songs before rehearsal with Sari, I learn them singing by heart. Wow. And I accompany myself singing, because I made the experience, if I don't do it and then someone sings, I'm getting very distracted.
Yeah, we are busy with
the guitar.
I know it.
And it's easier for me to practice the piece as a unity, like with the melody, with the breathing, phrasing from the singer.
Yeah.
Which makes it easier, I guess, for you later to sing along.
Like before, when we were recording, you girls also sing a lot, like outside of camera. That's also very fun to see.
Yes, for me, I like this very playful approach to practicing making music together. So it's not a serious discipline, because I don't. If I look at it like this, I don't make music anymore, or I don't like it,
and then you don't feel to share this joy.
No, because then for me it's not joy anymore, and I want to do something fun. Otherwise, I can choose a different job. So I really like this approach of the playfulness in the playing.
Yeah.
Erster Verlust, it sounds very sweet to me, very innocent and pure. And there's this nice German word called wehmütig. Don't know how to translate, but this is how it sounds to me. And I guess we chose it by the sound this one not especially by the text.
Yeah.
Although the text is very important to us always. But it is also a contrast to other leads and complicated or complex harmonies. It's very simple and very pure, and that's what I like about this song.
Regarding choosing a song, for me, I always firstly go about the melody, because I love how it sounds. And then the second step is the text okay? Because I don't know, sometimes in romantic lead, it's like they have horrible text. We have seen so much songs that I think heartbreak is some universal thing that I can deal with. It's okay. And yes, here I also like the text, also because it has like this neutrality of, okay, it's past.
Yeah.
I'm over it. It's like retrospective, like looking back and oh, it was so nice to these days where I was in love. And I'm still a bit sad, but it's over. And I think this whole piece is like the whole melody and the harmonics are like this feeling.
I read that she wrote it when she was 15-year-old.
Super young.
That's young.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think there are also 2 more versions of the song from her, like Skizzen. I once asked at the Mendelssohn Institute because I heard this song, but I never found it. And then I wrote them and they sent it to me, but it was a whole nother version of it. I think there are 2, 3 versions of it.
Yeah.
And this was the version I was looking for. I heard it in an album from another duo. Now finally we got the score.
Yes, we found it in. There was a website about Fanny Hensel from one guy.
I found many ones as well.
Yes, so
now they're here. Back in 2020 there weren't. I think Fanny Hensel is getting more and more popular now. Last year was a
Clash or whatnot.
Yes, it was a wave of Fanny Hensel. Everyone was playing Fanny Hensel. So there are many more partituras in the internet now.
Yeah. It's also good that it comes to a time where some more treasure and beauty could be under the light again.
Yes. Yes.
That has been forgotten for so long. We will go on with one Brahms song. I never played Brahms songs, or I never thought to arrange them. Maybe because Brahms always seemed to me like late romantic style with very heavy harmony and large structures. So I was quite impressed that Brahms is in our program, and even 2 songs today. What was the main attraction for you to choose Brahms song?
For me, I love Brahms. I love to sing it. Really, it's my composer. It just suits my voice. I don't know what's with Brahms. It just works out fine. Every time I sing Brahms, it's just the lines, they work. It works with the breathing. It's no strange things happen technically. Of course, I need to practice and arrange things, but some composers really suit my voice and some not so. For example, Fanny Hensel, it's not really for my voice. I like to sing it, but it's like I always hear a light soprano, like girlish voice, and it's not for me, I think. And also I have some difficulties technically, and it's always a bit a hassle with the Fanny Hensel. But Brahms, it just works. And I always sung a lot of Brahms, so I think I sneaked it in the idea. Maybe we can do some Brahms because it's nice.
Yeah, true. That as a singer, you wouldn't have this limit. It's quite different for us, I guess.
Yes, and I'm feeling the same way as you. I never thought about playing Brahms, although I was listening to Brahms all the time. I was listening Lieder from the album from Jesse Norman. So that's how I met
Brahms music.
Lieder. And somehow we got the idea together to let's listen what could work on the guitar, what could fit our duo, which Lieder. And then I was surprised how good it worked. with Brahms, you have to be careful. You can't like let go of many notes. Every note is so important in Brahms. In contrast, Fanny Hensel, I changed so many things in the notes. And the music was so rich, it didn't matter. It didn't bother, yes. But in Brahms, you really have to be careful. You can't let go of the important notes. And you really have to find out what's important. But it worked out. I think it's also a question of taste. I like it also when it's a little bit, less loud. But the guitar has also this intensity and everything. Even though it's not as loud, it has it can be.
Yeah, but the intensity is not a synonym of loudness.
Yes, that's it. Yes,
you have the deepness and the depth, the profound idea,
and all those colors and lighter and darker colors, light and shadow. And that's so fun to play Brahms.
Do you want to tell us about the story of this song? Because there are two characters.
In Liebestreu, it's a conversation between mother and daughter. The mother is like listening, or she sees her daughter with a heartache, and she sees her daughter with a guy that's not so good for her, in her opinion, in the mother's opinion. And firstly, she's really consoling and says, okay, it's fine, but maybe you should let it go. And then she says, yes, but somehow I cannot let it go. It's like the stone you throw in the lake. Somehow it always comes up, my feelings, all the time they come up again. And the mother says again, okay, yes, but really, you should let it go. And then the daughter again, yes, but I cannot. She gets a little bit more angry, tiny bit. And then the third time, the mother says, okay, now, enough now, please. Enough of this drama. He is not faithful. He is no good for you. Just let him be. And then the daughter aggressively goes against her mother and says, no, I really want him. He loves me. I know. I love him. I can deal with it. But she repeats this last sentence of meine Treue, die hält ihn aus.
Yeah, 2 times.
2 times. And it's like, for me, it's every time she gets less sure about it.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, I can handle it. I think I can handle it. Yeah, I can handle it. Maybe. So she knows in the end, not really. And I like this dialogue so much. And also I like to play with the characters of also he put it like lower, the voice of the mother is like always a fourth lower, so I can really put in the dark mother voice and yes, be the mom. So okay, I'm reasonable. I know, I have experienced it. And then the daughter like fourth higher, yes, but and dreamy and softly and but he's so nice, and I don't know, and yes, I like this so much.
The accompaniment, it's imitating the singing line, but in one quarter note later, or one eighth note. I don't remember, but it's just after. It's almost like I'm telling you this, and then there is another voice supporting. Yes.
She always gives me the entrance dee and it's like
it's going
yeah, so this is the other way around. Yes, accompaniment first and then the singing voice. Yes.
That's it.
Yes,
this is very special. So we have this melody connection somehow, and it's going a little bit against and a little bit together, and it's creating this mood of tension.
And one part is also where the guitar is really unisono with the melody, and it's super nice because I feel her changes
having the melody
and
with you.
And it's the fingers and the tongue are so connected to each other. So it's really, for me, so cool to feel and to experience as a singer if she's really with me. And the same.
That's a beautiful metaphor. Yeah, it's true that the articulations are made from this this extremity of the
Yeah.
of our bodies.
Yes, and that's every time I sing this, I feel like I feel her playing.
Yeah.
Is this part where she sings this, though a flower will die when it's plucked?
Yeah.
I think it's the only part in the song where the accompaniment, it's not using the low bass.
Yes, that's it. I'm really up high and I'm playing unisono with you when the girl is speaking.
Yeah.
And sometimes in arrangements I let go of the doubling of the voice. So it makes it easier to accompany with the guitar. But in this part it was so important. As I said, in Brahms you can't let go of many things.
Yes.
And it's such a nice effect.
Yeah.
To really be together then and then go against again and then again together.
For me, this part also, ob die Blume stirbt, wenn man sie bricht, is really like it's only for her.
Yeah.
It's like I imagine her like picking the flowers. Or
She likes me. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Like this. Yes. So it's really super tender.
And I totally feel that too. And the fact that there is no low bass, it gives a fragility to what she is saying here. You also suggested your favorite sentence in
The end, meine Treue, die hält ihn aus. My faithfulness endures him. And I think to endure something that is such a horrible thing, such a strong thing, because that is only something you do or you have to do. Maybe you don't have a choice or you do have a choice, but you are aware that the situation is not good, but you're still going through it. But that's such a shocking phrase for me. Every time I get a little shiver when we play it, because it's such a strong phrase and it comes twice. And with all what was happening in this conversation before, it's really a magic moment for me.
O versenk dein Leid, mein Kind, in die See, in die tiefe See. Ein Stein wohl bleibt auf des Meeresgrund, dein Leid kommt stets in die Höhe. Und die Lieb, die du im Herzen trägst, brich sie ab, mein Kind. Ob die Blume auch stirbt, wenn man sie bricht, treue Lieb nicht so geschwind. Und die Treu, es war nur ein Wort in den Wind damit hinaus. O Mutter und Splitter, der Fels auch im Wind, meine Treue, die hält ihn aus. Die hält ihn aus.
So in this song, there's two characters, the brother and the sister, and they're talking to each other, and the whole song basically is based on only dialogue. Do you want to tell us a bit the story about the song?
Yes, so that's, as you said, a dialogue between brother and sister. And on the one hand, the brother is asking his sister, because they are both at the party, and he wants to go home, so he always asks, Schwesterlein, Schwesterlein, wann gehen wir nach Haus? my dear sister, when do we go home? And she always says, oh, not now, it's not a good time, I want to stay, I want to dance a little more. And then second phrase, it's again, please, can we go home now? Because he really wants to go. And then, oh, no, I still don't want to go. It just started. I want to stay a little bit more. Let me stay a little bit more. And then the third time, I feel like he gets a bit angry. Okay, now's the time to leave. Please, can we go? And she says, oh no, but I'm dancing with my the one I like so much, with my crush, and I cannot go now. If I go, then he will dance with her. So you go home. I will stay. I catch you later. And then there's the second part, where it's really silent and sad and like a bit creepy and what's going on. Then he's asking his sister, oh, what's happening? Why are you so pale? What happened? And she says, oh, it's only the moon lighting on my face. That's why I'm so pale. It's okay. And then the last time he says again, yes, but you're really not doing well. And then she says, oh yes, just let me rest on the bed, let me rest here. And then the last sentence is, es wird fein unterm Rasen sein, is laying under the grass, so that it will be good if I'm dead, because I just want to die, because I feel so fragile. And we really don't know what happened. It's just like party, and the next day she dies. And in
It's
between,
very dramatic song.
yes. And in between there is not happening so much, or we don't know what happened.
Yes.
Can you imagine? So it's really a lot of tension also in the song.
Yeah, and also the first part is with not too slow and with intense energy.
It's like, for me, it's the dancing part, because we're tam-ba-dee, yap-ba-da. It's like, we're dancing and we have a good time. And I brought there at the beginning also.
And then suddenly the second part is somehow slower, and it has to be lighter. Yeah, it's suggesting this. When you don't have so much energy anymore, you cannot speak really with powerful voice.
It also says to always play slower and lower to really die in the end. Yes, and in the beginning there's really this dancing energy, this uplifting folk song character. And it is a folk song. Yeah. Which makes it very, you can sing along with the melody. It's very catchy. Yeah. And yes, those German folk songs, they often have these tragic storylines.
Like the Struwwelpeter.
Yeah.
Also children's books, it's the same. Everybody dies in the end. I don't know. Exaggerated, but...
Yes.
Yes.
So apparently Brahms was really big fan of making arrangements of folk songs.
Yes.
I read that he discovered these songs, probably also others, around 1854 at Schumann's library. And then he started to do a little bit, and later on in his life he got to know some musicologue or people who do folk songs.
Yes.
I think the arrangement is like through his whole life. And there are so many books. The one you are seeing today, it's in the third book.
Yeah, he seemed to like it. He also arranged folk songs for choirs. And so it was a part of his life also. Folk songs as well as, symphonies and that's what I also find impressive. It's both work from the same person.
I read something very interesting. Apparently Brahms thought himself that he was doing too much art with this, to not be capable to keep its simplicity by itself.
That's so interesting.
That's interesting.
Because that's also, I think, as a musician, the main struggle, to not make art, even if you're making art somehow.
No, I think it means the other way around. He think he was doing too much.
Yes.
Yeah, to make it too sophisticated.
Yes, but that's also what I was thinking, because if I try to sing, if I sing too much as a singer, like, yes, I sing, I will sing this song to you now, then it's like, it's too much for the lead or for opera. As soon as I think about it, oh, it's an art song, it's opera, it's an aria, then it has like this load of heaviness, and then you cannot sing, you cannot make real music anymore. Then it's too much baggage.
Baggage, yeah, yes. I see.
And for me, it's the focus on speaking the text, although I'm singing. That's the way how I try to keep it simple, because as soon as I think about, oh, I want to interpret this like this, and this needs to be more like this, then it's too much already. But that's the struggle with these folk songs. So I really try to just speak, really keep it tiny, keep it small, keep it really super direct.
Yeah, and to keep it in an innocent or native way, no?
Yes, to keep it natural.
Natural,
yes.
And the way Brahms composed it, you can also leave it quite naturally and just follow his instructions, and you quite know what he means. At least I think we catched him like what he wants. And with those folk songs, it's not very complicated. It's we grew up with those German folk songs. It's our language also, and to go with your intuition also. Yeah.
Schwesterlein, Schwesterlein, wann gehen wir nach Haus? Morgen, wenn die Hahnen krähen, wollen wir nach Hause gehen. Brüderlein, Brüderlein, dann gehen wir nach Haus. Schwesterlein, Schwesterlein, wann gehen wir nach Haus? Morgen, wenn der Tag anbricht, endet die Freude nicht. Brüderlein, Brüderlein, der fröhliche Braus. Schwesterlein, Schwesterlein, wohl ist es Zeit. Mein Liebster tanzt mit mir, geh ich tanzt er mit dir. Brüderlein, Brüderlein, lass du mich heut. Schwesterlein, Schwesterlein, was bist du matt? Das macht der Morgenschein auf meinem Wängelein. Brüderlein, Brüderlein, die vom Taue nass. Schwesterlein, Schwesterlein, du wackerst so matt. Suche die Kammertür, suche mein Bettlein mir, Brüderlein. Es wird fein unterm Rasen sein.
You personally like to listen to art songs a lot, no? I know you.
Yes,
told me.
I love art songs. Ever since I heard Schubert's Winterreise for the first time when I was about 16 or 17 years old, I really fell in love with art songs.
And for you?
For me, I found my way to art song through singing, through the act of singing. Yes, through the action, by doing it. It's not too much to listen. It's One, I don't listen privately too much to Lied if I want to get to know some song or some singer, but I don't know, I'm a bit picky with singers or interpretations, and then I don't listen. And also for me, I just listen to completely different music.
Yeah.
But I like singing it. And I like analyzing it, like, oh, why does it work like this, and why is it like this, and oh, this harmony is like this. I can try a lot on piano, and I like the analyzing part as well. And also the smaller space it uses. As a classical singer, I started through art song. I came into classical singing, and I was not really fan of opera because it's too big, it's too much, really, it's too much. And in art song, I found a way of like a smaller space, more intimate and more direct, and without any too much drama queen and too much these things of too much interpretation, and I want to be the star of this, and it's about Lied, and it's not more and not less.
I listen quite a lot to Lieder.
Maybe
yes,
that's
I think we kind of want to find inspiration somewhere else, and you see the beauty from different angles. Yeah, I think nowadays it's also rare for me to listen to very specific guitar solo piece.
Yes.
When I have to work on it, yes, probably sometimes as reference, but yeah.
Yes.
Yes, for me, I listen to classical guitar music because I love
Great.
because that for me, I can it just is in the background. That works because I love the instrument, but it's not something I'm close to. And also singing is always so much. I don't know, an instrument is can be a bit less.
Yeah.
But singing, it's always in your face.
I mean, it's a human voice, and you are actually narrating a text, which is something concrete. I mean, music is more abstract material as language text itself. So you will feel that you are spoken in your face.
Yes. Yeah, the language is very direct and it catches you. You can't do anything against it. But I also don't listen a lot to other guitarists. Yeah, as you, I get my inspiration from other instruments and other repertoire than our classical guitar repertoire, which is just one part of the story.
So at least if we record some album, somebody will listen.
Yes,
singers. If we don't
as long as it's not me. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really happy to have you girls here today. You brought fantastic music and really deep and profound thought on this repertoire and the music and the text. Now the podcast is coming to the end. Do you have some upcoming concerts or project that you would like to promote, or where can we follow you on social media or your website?
So we have this concert on November 5th in the beautiful town of Metzelen, Solothurn. And we're playing about 1 hour program, and it's called Parlare, which is an old Basel German word for speaking. And it's all about speaking text dialogues in the music. We also play some Hans Eisler and some Betty Rowe, and also some famous Swiss Liedermacher.
Wow!
Yes.
Swiss Lied.
Yes. You will see.
You need to come to listen. But yes, the focus is really on speaking, on telling text.
Yeah. Storytelling.
Like the center of Lied somehow for us.
That's it.
At least.
It's gonna be a fun program, a very mixed program also, with the same topic. We're very much looking forward to it.
Sounds great.
Yes.
You also already recorded an EP together. Right?
Yes, we did.
Where can we listen to it?
We are actually on every platform you can imagine. If you search Rija, we made this EP called Wehmütig by Fanny Hensel. And you can find us on Spotify, on Amazon Music, Apple Music, everything. Yes. We also have a website. It's called Rija.ch. And there we have also linked all our concerts and music and all the upcoming events.
And of course, Instagram.
We are on Instagram. Yes, Instagram and Facebook.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much for listening to us today. Subscribe now to my channel for more upcoming music and podcasts. Share this off-season episode with your friends and check out our musical track on Bandcamp. A small donation on Bandcamp is a big support for us. Hope to see you in the next Drink a Little Lied with me. Ciao!